Yo, the new leader of the Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers, is finally here. Hot Toys has just unveiled their new Yelena Belova figure featuring a costume from the Marvel MCU film. She's looking pretty damn good so far, so take a closer look and see if she's worth picking up. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ben, and welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be diving into the new figure coming out soon from Hot Toys Yelena Belova. Now, this Yelena figure is actually the second iteration from Hot Toys and modeled directly from a new Thunderbolts movie currently out in theaters, right? It features an updated costume, which definitely looks different from our previous version. The 1.0 original version from the Black Widow film featured her in an all-white snowsuit. That version was really good in my opinion, and glad I still have it on display until this new one releases. Now, the figure also comes with some nice new weapon accessories, which are slightly different than the previous model, and it has a nice updated head sculpt, which is good. So overall, I feel like this new Yelena figure has some great display presence. Let's dive more into the White Widow's kit. Now, in terms of her accessories, this new Yelena figure definitely comes with some nice goodies, right? Now, what's good is that she essentially has all the accessories that I would have expected Hot Toys included with a kit. The first version was really good, and like this version itself also to be right on par, right? Which includes 9 pieces of interchangeable hands, which include the relaxed fists, the hands themselves, and the weapons, or rather the weapon holding hands, right? The separate rolling eyeballs that typically come with all Hot Toys figures are also included here. Now, as for the weapons, this includes one pair of the short batons, one pair of the long batons, a pair of the scythe blades that you can actually attach on and off the batons themselves, a single pistol, and one combat knife. So overall, her kit is pretty slick and comes with some nicely updated accessories, especially the new batons themselves. But I would have liked maybe for them to have included maybe like a widow stinger weapon effect to kind of like help round her kit, and maybe put it over the top, which you can actually attach on and off her stingers. But overall, a good set of accessories with the new Nano figure. Now, I want to quickly just jump into it and compare this new 2.0 version with the previous one, which was released by Hot Toys. Right, as you can see here, version 1.0 featured a really nice and like clean suit in white. It also had like those articulate pair of batons, which you can bend them, allowing for more dynamic poses. Also, the clothing material was softer and featured her green vest as like the outfit focus, whereas this new 2.0 Thunderbolts version looks really clean as well, and colors are obviously very different and feature a more darker sea green tone to it. Accessories are pretty similar, especially the weapons themselves, but this third time around, the batons don't have the articulation to them and feature that attachable scythe in place of it, just like from the movie. Also, head sculpt looks greatly upgraded in terms of Florence Pugh's likeness and facial features, which is out really well. But generally speaking, the 1.0 and 2.0 versions are still both very good. Just that between the two of them, there are definitely some nice subtle differences that do stand out. Now, taking a closer look at Yelena's design, you can see here that she stands out really well in terms of the new costume. This is especially true since this new Thunderbolts costume features a more darker sea and green tone with elevated patterns throughout the actual costume itself. There's also elevated padding material around the collarbone on the top there, which really stand out well. At first I didn't like this, to be honest with you, but it's starting to grow on me, especially since it's aligned to the actual movie itself. So it's not bad when you look at it a few times. Otherwise, the actual costume itself is really good. It also features, or rather, seems to maintain like that same green color from the Black Widow vest, which is a nice call like back to the particular outfit that she shared with Natasha from the film. Now, the rest of the outfit itself or suit material is definitely different than the previous first version. It looks much thicker through our actual suit from the neck down to the ankles, right? The green coloring is pretty solid, doesn't feature any like real laying though outside of the material itself, but still stands out pretty well and feels really tactical to me, which is good. You can also see is that some of the arm and bend articulation is pretty good in terms of how it moves with the actual roll up or material roll up. So not bad there. The shot on the right features Yelena in nice museum pose, rocking her batons. You can also see some of her articulation there and how she stands out well in terms of her feet separated forward. Right, I personally keep my figures in similar poses like this, so it's good that she seems to stand out easily, just like the first version, right? So it doesn't fall over. Otherwise, Yelena looks like her body and costume can handle most poses without depreciating the material itself, which is always a good thing. Right, now, in terms of weapons and accessories, this is really where her new kit kind of differs from the first version. The picture on the left here features her in an action pose, but you can really see how well the bends are at her elbows and how well detailed the batons are. They're also scaled really well, so they don't like feel small when held individually, regardless if it's a shorter or longer baton. You also get to see how the attachable scythe here looks when attached to the figure when it's posed. The plastic material looks to be the same as the Black Widow version, but I feel like it's a little more weathered, which is fine. The shot right here gives you another similar action pose to the first one, but this time around with the pistol and combat knife. She only comes with one of each of these, or one of these rather, weapons this time around, which is aligned to the film itself. Right. I also think it's the same pistol used from a previous kit, and do like how they're both scaled well to actually be held in her hands. Her pistol also comes with those like moving functions. You can actually cock it back, which is always cool. So overall, her kit gives you some nice options to pose her depending on which weapons you like better. Quickly diving more into weapon details, they're definitely different than a Black Widow version, like I previously mentioned. Right, it feels like they may have reused the same mold from that first version, just with some minor sculpting and coloring changes. The paint applications look solid again, but feature like a less glossy and more weathered look to them. The attachable sights are also a nice feature for her this time around. I do like that the articulate baton, like they had in the first version, but since Marvel likes to change things from time to time, from movie to movie, this is a nice change, right? The sights themselves do look okay. They have some nice function to them in terms of sculpting and how they have like those inside ridges and on the blade, as well as like toward the base itself. So nice details there. It does slide on and off pretty easy as well. So if you're not a fan of this piece, you can easily remove it, which is good. Also, I like the fact that she comes with like two pairs of batons, just like the Black Widow version. So you get the shorter and longer ones. So overall, nice batons with an updated accessory and some nice subtle updates to them as well. Next, take a closer look at the new head sculpt. I mean, right off the bat, guys, she looks absolutely amazing. A lot of the nice detail and work from like the first impressions here give a nice likeness to Florence Pugh, right? It's also improved over the 1.0 version because I think that sculpting on her or here has some nice additional nuances and cuts to it, which you've been able to capture well. The hair sculpt looks pretty clean and done nicely. The only thing is the color, which feels a little off to me, right? I feel it feels a little overly bleached and too white, whereas she's a little more dirty blonde in the film. So I'm hoping Hot Toys makes those minor changes to the paint applications. Otherwise, still looks great. The neutral facial expression is pretty spot on. I really like how they've been able to capture her and standardness here as well. The rest of the facial features, like the eyes, the ears, and skin tone, also came out good and match Florence as well. They also added the eyeshadow on the bottom of her eyes, which is nice since the film feature a lot of nice close-up shots of her, so it's good it was captured here so nicely. Overall, the head sculpt looks amazing to me and really stands out, and in terms of the likeness, and really helps put this figure over top, especially if you're a fan of hers. Now, in terms of pre-ordering Yelena here, she is available on Sideshow site now, so feel free to use the link in my bio if you need help getting there. Right, it'll run you around $270 MSRP, and is expected to ship around Q2 to Q3 of 2026. Right, so unfortunately, it'll be a wait before you get your hands on her anytime soon. But in terms of overall cost, I do think $207 is right on par. Like, she's definitely worth it if you don't have version one and or a big fan of Yelena herself. Her design and kit are really solid across the board, especially the updated help scope. She's still missing a couple of accessories like the one I mentioned earlier in my video, but worth the cash if you really want one in your collection. But overall, it is a great figure with amazing shelf presence once posed with any one of her weapons, right? So there you have it, guys. Thanks for joining me today as we explore the new Thunderbolts Yelena figure coming out soon from Hot Toys. Are you a fan of this new version 1.0 at all? Or do you think it's not worth picking up? Let me know in the comments below what really stands out to you and if you plan on picking her up at all. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more content and the coolest Marvel figures around. Until next time, folks, keep on collecting.